I know a lot of guys out here today, or females, that dedicate their life, or should I say, most of their energy to the jobs that they work today. But I think we have reached a point where, as though you now have to understand that you can't actually attack your workplace or your jobs or how you ever look at it. They might be family to you. You might have longevity there. You might have been there for 20, 30, 40 years. I think it's time now for people to actually understand that their job is not their home. And I think that we are in a place now where, as though now you're starting to be reminded to know that the respect and the way jobs view their employees is not how they used to look at their employees back then, if you understand what I'm saying. And the reason why I say that is because it's many stories. I'm gonna start off with this first one because I want to start off with a sad one. It was a UPS thing that happened. I'm gonna say thing, but it was a UPS buyout that went out not long ago, and I had talked about that. But what struck me was this one dude was actually on his route, and he worked for UPS. He was actually doing his run, and he took time out of his schedule to actually talk about how he feels and how he felt when he received the notice through his email. And what's crazy is he talked about how disappointed he is and how that he started with UPS as 18 years old. Think about that. He started at 18. He was now in his, I believe, late 30s. He said UPS is all he knows. He never thought of going anywhere else, going for any other jobs, even when the pay was low. Before he became a driver, he dedicated most of his time to that one job. And you could tell he was getting emotional because he knew nothing different. And the sad part about life is, in reality, it will punch you in the face. Like, reality will punch you in the face and have you thinking that everything that you work for, you're going to see the end results. But the sad part about it is, in most cases today, most people don't get a chance to rock out and see their job to retirement. A lot of times, on average, people go through maybe 2 to 3 jobs. Me, I done been through maybe like 8 or 9. Shit, it might be even 10 jobs. And the sad part about it is the old way of thinking that you stay at one place and you're not gonna go nowhere. It's not gonna go down that way. And one of the reasons why it's not gonna go down that way is because we are not in the old era. We're not back in the day where you think you're gonna stay with one place forever. For some odd reason, those days are over. I don't care what nobody tell you. You're old. I didn't mean to say you're old, but your parents are not living in this era. Well, they living, but not trying to survive in this era, especially if they're in their 60s or 70s. They done lived through all type of times. So the way they view their jobs, most likely, this is the time that they got pushed out the door, whereas though they was forced into retirement. And I'm talking of a relative of mine that was forced into retirement that was in government. And they've been in government for over, I guess, 30 something, 40 something. Oh man, a lot of years. A lot of years. And I say that because once the new president took effect, those buyouts in government, she ended up taking that buyout. Reason why? Because she knew right then and there her department was starting to go under. Because you start seeing the moves and people was put in certain positions to show that, yo, we're no longer going to be fit in this department no more, which means it's about to be a major change. So she knew right then and there, yo, you know what? I'm at retirement age. The deal is a good deal. I'm gonna take it. And what happened was she took it. Sad part about it was she had other people that was in her department that actually did not take the buyout, and now they regret it. Reason why they regret it? Because they took it off the table now. It's no longer in effect, and her department got demolished, whatever, demolished. It's no longer in effect no more. This is why a lot of times when people try to seek advice from others and they think that they can get advice from people talking about their situation, you got to understand you and that next person do not have the same situation. And one of the problems with that is people got to stop having conversations with other people that's not in their predicament. Meaning, if two people about to be fired, you're both still not in the same position, in the same predicament. I'm gonna tell you why. You might have money saved up. You might got 6 months to maybe a year. You might even have 2 years of money saved up. But that person next to you is living paycheck to paycheck. So would you think that y'all both are in the same predicament? No. You right now can take your time looking for a job. This person has to find a job ASAP, meaning they have to land a job within the next week or two, which they're not. So that means that they're going to end up suffering foreclosure or eviction. This is why we're in an era now where as though you cannot look at your job as a place of all means. We are now, most people, I'm going to be honest, especially if you're under a certain age, you at a certain age where as though you able to be capable of working and busting your ass, you need to start you need to reevaluate the way you're looking at your job today. And I'm talking about the means of understanding that what you want out here. Nobody's going to give you anything. All right? I'm going to tell you that now. Nobody's going to give you anything. One of the main things I learned in life is if you think somebody's going to give you something, you're going to fall short. And you're going to fall very, very fast. And what's going to happen is you're going to have nothing. And most people that normally have nothing, I ain't say all, most, don't have nothing because they never work towards anything. And also, you give up. If you one of them people that give up a lot, it's going to be a very bad fall for you. And that's one of the things in life that's going to teach you to be humble and also handle your business. Because one thing about life, when you don't handle your business properly, life will restructure your thinking. All the ways of you thinking that you're going to be able to just be able to do whatever you want out here, you're not. Reason why? Because you're not your own boss. And when you're not your own boss, one of the things that you will find out very fast that no one cares a damn about you and your livelihood and your well-being. And you also got to understand that the decisions that you make today is the decision for you. You can't make it for nobody else. You can't sit back and look at decisions and say, my kids. I understand, like, if you got kids, you got a family, like, I have kids. But at the same time, it has to make sense for you. Because if it makes sense for you, it's going to affect your kids in a better way. It's going to be able to be a positive thing for you to be able to take care of your family. So a lot of times, if it's for you, you know you're going to make the better call. But in some cases, some people think just their self and they think not about nobody else. Those are two different type of people. Because a lot of times when you think of things, you got to do it for you, but do it for you where as though you're capable of doing the things that you need to do. That's more important to you. So if you know that you have a lot of overhead, you have a lot of bills, you in a relationship, should I say married, and you have a family, you got to pick jobs and go about that in an efficient way. Meaning, if you see that your job is shaky, your ass need to be putting out your resume to multiple. Even if you don't like all these places, put your name out there, because that way when the ship falls or sinks, should I say, when it sinks, you already have something else, and then you can still put other resumes out to other places. So I want to see more people have a better positive outlook of life and don't lean on that one job, because I'm going to tell you right now, it is detrimental to people's livelihood to think that their job really cares about them. Jobs today do not care about you like you think. And we're seeing that time after time. You're seeing people fall short on expectations, thinking that their job is going to let them know that they're running slow, they're moving slow, like the business is not doing what it used to do. People are going into work and finding out when the gates are closed, or they letting them know that, hey, this is our last month. Most likely, I don't really see people even getting that type of notice. It's normally the gate is being shut or your time clock's not working, and then next thing you know, people finding out while everybody is outside, and they like, yo, what's going on? And then you finding out, damn, the company is now shut down. We done seen that multiple times. So I'm gonna just say that don't always think that you're gonna always be able to succeed out here just off of one job. Look at your job as a stepping stone and not a home. It's not a home. All right? Be safe out here and keep moving, yo.